New York Dolls guitarist Johnny Thunders was found dead on the floor of a guest house in the French Quarter of New Orleans on Tuesday afternoon of causes as yet unspecified at the age of 38. In New York City in the early 70s, the Dolls, fronted by Thunders and singer David Johansen, helped set the stage for punk, but broke up before they could cash in on it. As one friend put it after his death, Johnny never compromised his music for a career move. Thunders, whose given name was John Genzale, went on to front another New York band, the Heartbreakers, and to record solo with the Sex Pistols rhythm section, and even former Humble Pie singer Steve Marriott, who himself died in a fire at his home outside London 3 days before Thunders. Often is noted for his drug problems, as for such memorable songs as Born Too Loose and You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory, Thunders was said to have cleaned up last year, but then relapsed. He had recently recorded in Germany and toured Japan with a new group called JT and the Oddballs before moving on to New Orleans, where he had apparently planned to take some time off and work on new music. He's survived by his mother, his sister, and 3 children, and the family says a wake will be held in New York this weekend, followed by a funeral on Monday. That's the news.
It's a big fan after
So this is where they lived?
It's the kitchen. Yes. It's the kitchen.
I used to bring her food. Her main dinner used to be lamb neck bones. I'll never forget those lamb neck bones to this day. And that's how we we were very close at all the time. And he used to be very quiet. He was never in the way, never any trouble. He would never answer back.
No,
He was very nice. He was very good to
anybody
me.
back.
Never. And he used to play with my children at that time. She had a very hard life. I mean, you have to live in they say poverty today, forget it.
Here's Johnny when he was about 13.
Then when he got a little older, he just used to stay in his room with a guitar. I said, when are you going to come out? He wouldn't even come out to eat. He'd take his plate and go on the bed and play his guitar and eat. Always. And he was what could you say? He was a very good boy.
His first group, he was 17 or 18, I think. And he used to go to the city. But see, he didn't live home with me. He had moved out.
I wish he was here now. He'd love this place. He'd be driving me crazy to teach him how to shoot pool, because I never did.
One incident about the Dolls that I can remember was Halloween. I remember that when they came out on stage, I mean, it was outrageous to see these boys, to see Johnny with the tight pants and the platform shoes and the eyeliner and the hair teased out. It was very shocking. I was beginning to wonder whether my brother was gay or not.
Well, I played with the Dolls, and when the Dolls would come in, they usually come in with a huge entourage of Amazon women. The Dolls had these extremely big, tall women following them around, and a lot of people, and they look like drag queens. A lot of people thought some of these girls were drag queens. Some of them were really, really tall. They were like Amazons, and all this sort of gear, you know, this glam gear, and the net Ned and the high heels and the tight trousers and the very dollish clothes. Teased hair, purple lips, makeup, stoned out of their minds. It was just party, 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 party till Armageddon. That was the feeling. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe the world will be blown up any minute now. Let's just party.
This thing with his lip. He used to make one part of his lip go up like Elvis.
John was an incredible guitar player, though. A lot of people, I think, recently haven't seen, that saw John in the last 6 years or whatever. I don't think they got to see him always at his best. John might have been getting bored and.
Doesn't pay to try. All the smart boys know why. It doesn't mean I didn't try. I just never know why. Feels the clothing all alone. Baby, you're not at home. And when I'm home, big deal, I'm still alone. Feels the restless I am. Beat my head against the
I will be back, taking 5. If you want to leave, you can be stupid as you want. We'll be back.